What's up, my lunatics? Welcome back to my channel. But if it's your first time, my name is Anastasia Luna, and welcome to it too. All right, today I am still on the quest of connecting all of the reactors from all over the world and getting to know people behind this new phenomena. So, hi, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good, Anastasia. How are you?
Please introduce yourself to everyone.
My name is Oha Cade. I'm a video reviewer and reactor on YouTube. I'm also the composer for the symphonic metal project Valcata.
Oh my God, we're gonna have so much to talk about. Okay,
Yes, indeed, for
let's
sure.
go. So, you have an accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland originally.
But you are in
Um,
the States right now? Because
I'm in New York.
oh, I'm in New
Yeah,
York. I'm in New
I
York
know.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Mhm.
Well, right now I'm like 10 minutes away from New York, but hiding from, hustle and bustle. But yeah, that is so cool. How long you been in the country?
I've been here about 14 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've been here for like 18.
I initially came on a work experience visa about 14 years ago, and one thing led to another. So now I'm a permanent resident.
I
And I
think we did the
hope,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I came here in 2006. So
Okay, okay,
I know, a
yeah.
long time ago. All right, so let's start from the humble beginnings. Tell me where you were born and like the very beginnings of your life.
I was born in County Cork in Ireland, and I grew up there until I was about 18 or so, and then I moved to Dublin, the capital city of Ireland, to study design. And I developed a love for music along the way there. And then, like I said, I moved to the States in about 2011. Yeah.
So again, let's go back to your childhood. Were you born in like a musically inclined family? Anybody played any instruments? Anybody sang? Or you are the only black sheep of your family?
Um, my family are musical lovers, but they wouldn't
Uh-huh.
really have been musicians as such. So if my parents noticed that I was into a certain artist or band, they would encourage it and they would buy me like their albums and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think I was the first who actually pursued music as like a creative endeavor.
And how old were you when you decided to maybe when you caught that bug of like maybe I will do this professionally?
It was, well, Evanescence inspired me to do that.
Of course.
So when I think I was about 14 or 15 when Fallen came out, and I just was so inspired by that sound, and I was just like, I have to learn piano. Like, this has to be a thing. So around that time, I decided to learn piano because I was inspired by Evanescence.
Gotcha. And how
Yeah.
did the piano? And you play piano, right?
Yes,
Okay. And what did your parents think of this new endeavor of yours when you were 14?
they were very happy with it.
They were.
Yeah, they were. They
Oh.
were very pleased.
And do
Um,
they play any instruments?
so after I started learning piano, my brother started learning the euphonium baritone horn, and he
Hmm.
would play in brass bands and stuff. So from then on, my parents actually took an interest in the brass band as well. So they started learning some brass instruments.
All right.
So
Wow. So you,
eventually,
as a
yeah,
child, actually inspired the entire family to do this.
it seems so. I think so, yeah.
Nah, you didn't think of it that way, right?
I never really thought of it like that, but n now that you're making me think of remember, I think it was kind of like that, yeah.
And besides Evanescence, what were your other inspirations?
Growing up, um, I was really into pop music as a child, so I really liked Michael Jackson. I
Oh.
liked Britney Spears. I also liked a lot of the like 80s hits and stuff that my parents
Hmm.
would have like playing around. But then as a teenager, my friends got really into metal, and initially I didn't really like it,
Hmm.
but they kind of forced it on me. And then I
You will
actually
learn
en
to love it.
yeah, exactly. And I ended up loving it. So that was kind of almost the opposite spectrum of music taste. And I'm really grateful for that because now metal is pretty much my favorite genre, along with pop. I still love both
Hmm.
sides. Yeah.
So, you're saying that you did have friends that were metalheads. Did you ever feel like Because I always listen to rock music. Like I started with classic rock and then I went into like heavier styles of music, but I
Mm.
always felt like a black sheep in my town, in my, in my friend circle and stuff. Did you feel that way too, or did you have like a nice circle of friends that actually supported that kind of genre?
I did feel a little bit like a black sheep because of my love for symphonic metal and progressive metal specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like my friends growing up when we were teenagers, they would be into more popular bands like Metallica or System of a Down,
Mm-hmm.
um, bands like that. And I love those bands too, like Slipknot, and we all love those bands. But then I developed a liking for Nightwish, Within
Mm-hmm.
Temptation, and they didn't really get that. I was kind of alone on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Have you seen Nightwish live?
of course. Yes. I've seen them live 5 or 6 times now, I think.
Oh, I've seen them live only once, and I got
Oh,
tickets pre-pandemic, and then they rescheduled like a million times, and then I held on to those tickets for 2 years, and then I
right, right,
I
right.
finally saw them at Terminal 5 with Beast in Black. I think that was the band.
Yeah, I was at that show as well.
Oh,
Congrats.
you were? Oh, I
Hmm.
hate that venue. I swear to God. Oh my God. If anybody from Terminal 5 are listening, we don't like your venue. It's like those
Yeah,
columns in the middle,
I know. Mm.
I feel like it's more of a like a nightclub venue than a concert venue. Because with a nightclub, you don't have to like look at the DJ, you just dance around. And
Yeah,
then they don't let you, then you have to go up to the bar and they don't let you stand on the staircase, that goes from
yeah,
the bar down. It's just such an awkward venue. But I saw Nightwish, so that was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Um,
I saw them for the first time in Ireland actually,
oh,
and with a net
uh-huh.
years and years ago. And then obviously since I moved to New York, they've played here quite a lot. So I pretty much caught every single show they played here. Yeah.
You call her Anesh?
Sorry, that's my accent.
Oh,
In
I'm sorry.
in the Irish accent, sometimes we pronounce T a little softer, so we say Anesh like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's I mean, I have an accent too. I'm from Russia, so
Okay.
and yeah, how was it with Annette?
It was really good. It was really fun. The place was loving it. And it was cool because it wasn't a huge venue. It,
Mm-hmm.
it was sold out. And I just had the best time. I think I actually saw them with Annette twice because they did a show with Annette in New York as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she was always a really great live performer. When I saw her anyway, she was really, really great.
Who is your favorite Nightwish singer?
I actually don't have a favorite, and that's being totally honest. I
Mm-hmm.
really love each of their
Eras.
individual styles, their tones. I'm obsessed literally with every single singer, so I couldn't choose.
That's a good answer. I don't really like how much hate Annette is getting because she is
Mm.
a very well trained singer. She is
Hmm.
perfect. She's just, coming after Taria, and it's just two completely different singers. I also feel like, I mean, you saw her live. I have not seen
Yeah.
her live. I feel like she would be fantastic in some sort of like more of a like a rock band as opposed to like straight up like symphonic metal band. But she's a
Yeah.
fantastic singer, so I don't really understand why she gets so much hate. She's just very different from Daria and coming from straight up opera singer to like more of pop rock singer is it's a switch. But yeah, she got so much hate for
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
everything. But she's great.
Yeah. It's because I guess, like you said, she was kind of fighting a losing battle by
She
being
was
such a
fighting a losing battle.
like a different, totally different singer to what the fans were used to. And, she was really just thrown into the deep end and it was
Yep.
pretty intense.
I also feel like Nightwish kind of killed her career a little bit because from what I heard, I don't know how true that is, but from what I heard, she had to sign 5-year non-compete agreement. So after she left Nightwish, she was not allowed to do music for 5 years. Like
Really?
that's what like on a professional high-end level, So that's why when
Wow.
she left Nightwish, we did not really hear much from her because
Hmm.
she could have been hired by another band like this, but she wasn't. So from what
Right.
I heard, she had to sign that agreement that there will be no non-compete agreement. So it was kind of like a kiss of death almost,
Mm.
career with Nightwish, in my opinion. All right,
Wow.
so let's go back to you. Did you go to college or did you?
Like university?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I studied visual design in university. And
Mm-hmm.
I still work in design today. That's how I got my my green card.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
So, and a lot of that helps with my music too, because I'm able to do all the artwork, and the website design and all that stuff. So yeah, I studied design in university in Dublin, and
Mm-hmm.
then I moved here. Yeah.
Did you have a band? Any kind of, were you in any band before the one that you have now?
Yes. So my project Valcata, we're a remote project right now, but in when I was in college, I did have a band and they were called Valcata. And I didn't come up with that name, but we were about a 5 or 6 piece symphonic metal band. And we had a great time. We did record an EP, but we did eventually break up and I moved to the US and stuff. But I always liked that name and I always wanted to keep pursuing music.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept the name for my own studio project.
Let's talk about your reaction channel. So once you settle on everything, how long you had your reaction channel for?
Um, the reaction channel is interesting because initially I started it just because I like to talk about music.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have anyone to listen to me talk about it.
Oh no, that sounds so sad. I
Yeah,
listen. Let's be
I
friends.
know, but thankfully my viewers appreciate it now. But at the time, I was just like, I need an outlet to just talk about music. And I think the first video I ever uploaded was a review of Epica's The Holographic Principle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really just low quality video, just me sitting at my table just talking. There's like it's not edited or anything. And it was just like a an outlet. I think I might have had a stressful day. I just wanted to talk about music. And I wasn't ever really consistent with the channel. I would only upload now and then whenever I felt like letting off some steam.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then I noticed that the views were picking up, especially when I started reviewing stuff like K-pop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just decided to keep feeding it, and thankfully now I'm getting some momentum.
Great. And have you uploaded anything from your band on your channel?
Not on my reaction channel.
Uh-huh.
My
Oh, you have a
reaction
different
channel,
channel.
yeah, yeah. So we're called Valcata, and the channel I think is Valcata Official. That's where you'll find all our uploads.
Oh my God, I'm so totally gonna check it out because I'm classically trained. I went to classical music school when I was 7 years
Okay.
old. I know.
Wow.
So I sang opera, but I scream too. So I do like kind of like symphonic death metal, I guess you would say.
Right, right,
So yeah,
right.
I'm definitely big on symphonic metal. And Epic is my favorite band. I saw them live.
Mm.
Have you seen them live?
Yeah.
Oh my
Many
God,
times.
they are just 9 times.
I was at the Symphonic Synergy show in Mexico.
I'm so jealous. Oh my God. It was like a
Yeah.
2-day event, right?
It was 2 days. I only had tickets for the second show. Um,
Oh my, I'm so jealous.
yeah, no, like I'm obsessed with symphonic metal. I'll always be at the show when possible. So yeah, that was like a dream come true to actually see a show with an orchestra and choir. Like
Yeah.
that was a dream come true for
Have
me.
you seen Evanescence with the orchestra when she did this?
Yeah, the
Well,
synthesis.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think it was in Brooklyn when they were here. Yeah, I saw that. That was very interesting. Like she literally sat down at the piano and played all her songs at the piano. That
right.
was really cool. And I knew she's a good piano player, but I didn't know she will do like the whole concert at the piano. That was like
Yeah,
ballsy.
yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, and
Uh,
Epica is everything to me. Yeah.
It was an amazing show. I really enjoyed it.
I'm so jealous. Oh my God. I have a live stream at 2 today, so I'm definitely gonna tell everyone that I know a guy who went to the Mexico
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
How was it mingling with all the friends?
All the
All the
fans.
new friends, fans, yeah.
You know what? I didn't really get to chat much to the fans. They were all Mexican, so there was a bit of a language
Mm,
barrier there. But I did
mm.
go with my fiance, and he really loved the show. He actually goes to some Epica shows with me, even if he's not the biggest fan. He still really enjoys like the live experience.
Uh-huh.
Um, I did actually get a message on Instagram after I got home from the show from someone who recognized me from Valcata, and they said, "Hey, I saw you at the show, but I was too shy to say hi, but just wanted to say,
Oh
I
my
saw you there."
God, that's like
So
such a nice ego booster.
that was like, whoa, I got recognized. Like, what the
From
hell?
music, you got recognized from music. I do get recognized sometimes from my reaction videos, like in New
Mm,
York shows.
yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. Oh my God, congratulations. You're famous.
Thank you.
People
Yeah,
recognize you on the international level.
I know. I was like, wow, okay. That's the first time I ever got recognized. That was really, really cool. So that was nice.
I'm trying to get my girlfriend more into symphonic metal because she's like an emo kid, she
Hmm.
like listened to all of that. She loves Evanescence, she loves like Linkin Park and stuff. Like she's obsessed with Linkin Park now. And she loves music in general, but I'm kind of like you because I'm trying to get her to like get more into Nightwish, get more into Epica. But I feel like those styles are very like you either obsessed with them or it's kind of like to you.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
very
totally
specific
true.
it's a very specific, and she will listen to it. Like I always torture her ears when we're like in a car, and we have a deal now. I'm like, she plays one song, I'll play one song. She'll play one
Right,
song.
right, right.
But I
Yeah.
try to get her more into Epica, but I haven't been that successful so far. I haven't been able
Mm.
to drag her to Epica show yet. So,
So what I've noticed, because with my fiance, it's the same. I've noticed that with metal shows, it's easier for them to enjoy the live show than studio sometimes, because you're really feeling the energy of the audience, the sound. You can see it happening in front of you. It's harder to get people who are not into that music into it with just studio. That's what I've
yeah,
noticed.
especially when the song is like 10 minutes long, like it's a
Right.
little, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe I will try to. I'll try to like bargain
You
with her. I'm like, I'll give you this, but you come with me to the Epica show.
definitely drag her to an Epica show. I'm sure she'll enjoy it.
I'm sure she will.
Especially if she's already into adjacent genres like emo and stuff. It should be easy for her to get into.
And she will go, she likes like screamy stuff because I go like harder too. Like I love deathcore. I love like all the screamy, like super, super heavy stuff when it's like a wall of sound coming at you. I scream myself too. So I scream around her too. She's she's
Nice.
so over me.
Yeah, yeah.
And she does like those styles. So I feel like if I drag her to the actual show, she might actually enjoy it. She recently, actually today, finally, I broke her down. She finally agreed to go to the opera with me because I love opera. I grew
Oh,
up listening to opera. So she was like, no,
right.
no, 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 no. Because opera is like you sit there and listen to 4 hours in Italian. It
Yeah,
might be a bit much for some people. But
right,
today
right.
she finally broke down and she's going to come with me to the opera. So maybe Epica will be next.
That's
So
exciting.
yeah, it is exciting. I want to go see Aida for like the seventh time. But
Okay.
going back to your reaction channel, so when you started it and you what was which bands or maybe which styles were the biggest discovery for you? Like you looked at it and you're like, oh my God, this is a new thing that I've never heard of, and oh my God, I love it.
Hmm. That's an interesting question. Um, I don't know if I've ever been completely blown away in an unexpected way by something I've covered on the channel, because usually on the channel I'm covering groups that maybe I already would have been familiar with.
Hmm.
There's definitely been some K-pop groups that I've been very impressed by. There's a group called Mamamoo. There are
I'm gonna write this down.
four girls
Uh-huh.
who are incredible vocalists. And their vocals really impressed me. So there's little moments like that here and there. I like there's certain bands like Knocked Loose. Are you familiar with Knocked Loose?
Mm-mm.
They were really fun to cover because they're like way heavier than I would normally listen to. Really heavy metalcore, but it really just scratched the itch too. So if you're not familiar with Knocked Loose, they're really blowing up. I think that you would
Okay.
have fun checking them out.
I'm
They did
gonna
a
look.
song with Poppy.
Oh, maybe I've heard this because I've seen a lot of Poppy. Like during my live streams, Poppy is like a frequent flyer. Like people
Mm.
request her a lot. So maybe I've actually seen them. Have you
Yeah.
seen the Puppy's performance at the, what is it? What was that talk show that
Uh,
everyone's talking
oh
about?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw the thumbnail for that, but I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, I've seen it. They went heavy. They went heavy on
Right,
that one, which I'm very
right.
proud of. And as far as like maybe like Japanese metal, have you dabbled in that?
Yes. I could probably dabble more. There's
Mm-hmm.
a band that I love called Unlucky Morpheus.
Yo, we are like best friends. I'm obsessed with Fuki. But you
Yeah.
know why you like it? Because you love symphonic metal, and they're
Hmm.
very symphonic. Yeah, they are definitely top three of my all-time favorite Japanese bands. And Fuki, her
Mm.
voice is very, her vibrato is very classical. So yeah, I
Right.
definitely can see you liking them.
Yeah, yeah, they're really good. There's another group, and let me just see if I can find them in my playlist here because they're similar style. So
Hmm.
if you're not um familiar with this group, I would definitely recommend checking them out. Yusei Koku, have you heard of them?
I mean, I might have. I don't remember it off the top of my. I stream about 5 times a week, so
Yeah.
I get to see like 20 new singers, 20 new bands
Mm.
every day. So I cannot possibly remember all the names, but maybe say it again. The name. I'm gonna write it down.
It's Yusei, Yousei,
Uh-huh.
Teikoku, Teikoku.
It sounds familiar though.
And they have an album called The Age of Villains, and they're very similar to Unlucky Morpheus. They have the strings, they have a female vocalist, intense, fast.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're gonna like it.
I'm gonna check them out for sure.
Yeah.
Do you sing or do you play piano and compose?
I do sing. I have sung on some of our stuff, and I'm reasonably happy with my ability. But the thing is, with singing, you really have to practice it constantly
Yeah.
to be good. And I just don't have the time to practice. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm reasonably competent, but I've gotten to the point where if I'm gonna have like vocals on my song, I'd rather someone who practices a lot more and is just better than me, you
Just
know.
takes it to a different
Um,
level, I guess.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
So what are the plans with your music? Do you want to keep it as more of an online project or do you want to perform live and go to walk-in and wow the everyone?
Yeah. I think well, I kind of look up to Arian Lucassen,
Mhm.
in the sense that it's probably always going to be a studio project, but it would be lovely to do like a once-off live show here and
Just
there.
like he does, yeah.
Yeah. That would be really cool. And I kind of just like the idea of a project where there's no permanent members necessarily, so you can
Hmm.
sort of reach out to whoever's available, whoever suits the song, and they will always do justice to it, whoever is available in that moment.
That's cool. I'll send you my Epica cover. I'll sing on your
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, please. I have seen a clip of it because I watched a couple of your reactions and you had a cool
Uh-huh.
clip of it at the start
Uh-huh.
there. And a very brutal scream. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
I know. I was when I started my reaction channel and started like getting more into like the screamy part and stuff, I was always saying I will never scream because I would never want to like screw my operatic vocals. Like I feel like it
Mhm.
would be, and then a year, 2 years later, I'm like all about screaming.
Right, right, right,
But
right.
I did
Yeah.
hire a teacher from the very beginning. Like I'm like, I'm not gonna do any research by myself. I'm not gonna stumble across bad advice and,
Mm.
mess up what I have. So I hired a teacher right away. I started for a year and like now I'm doing it by myself. All right. Any plans of attending any shows anytime soon? Obviously, you probably do have plans, but any
Yeah.
tickets? Did you buy any tickets yet?
Yeah, well, I do plan on attending as many shows as I can, but the only one that I actually have bought is for Dream Theater, and they're performing in March, I think, or something like that.
Let's talk about Dream Theater. So I love Devin Townsend.
Mm,
Love Devin Townsend. And I wanted to see him live, and he was opening for Dream Theater.
mm,
And Dream Theater is a fantastic band, fantastic band.
right,
But there has been something going on vocally over
mm,
there.
right.
And that was the first time that I saw them live. And I don't really know Dream Theater as much as I probably should because I'm more into still I when I listen to music by myself when I'm not working, it's a different style from Dream Theater.
Mm,
So that was like probably like my second or third introduction to that band.
yeah,
And musically it was fantastic, but I don't know. I know the singer had a really, really bad food poisoning at some point, and
right.
that's messed up his. What kind of food poisoning was that to mess up your vocal cords like that? That's
I
awful.
heard it was badly cooked shrimp or something like that. I agree that I believe we were at the same show. It was at Madison Square Garden,
Madison Square
right?
Garden, yes.
So yeah, I've seen them a few times, and usually James is pretty good actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot better than he was at that show. And there has been some discussion amongst the fan base if like he should even retire because apparently his, some think his voice is beyond saving. I don't think so. But I do think that maybe it would be good for him to hire a vocal coach because
Mm-hmm.
you can tell from the way he sings that you would wager that he probably doesn't have a lot of vocal coaching or
Mm-hmm.
someone encouraging him to have healthy habits. I'm by no
Yes.
means the best singer in the world, but I do have an idea of what goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's what I would hope for. And actually, I've already heard that the more recent shows have shown an improvement already, so that could already
Maybe
be
he did
happening.
hire
Yeah,
someone.
maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
I
Yeah.
actually feel like that's what happened with Evanescence because Evanescence is a great band and Emily is a fantastic singer with a very recognizable voice.
Mm,
But like some of her shows, especially from the earlier years, it's like,
I agree.
and I
Yeah,
feel like
I
when
agree.
she was never really a singer. She was in a choir, and then
Mm,
she was a piano player, right? So, and
hmm
then she was like, fine, I'm gonna sing, but I feel like she never gotten that like hardcore voice coaching, voice training. And I feel like maybe when she got a baby, blah, blah, she went on a bit of a break.
mm,
I feel like maybe then somewhere over there she got a vocal coach because when I saw her
yeah.
live
hmm
later, I was like, she was fantastic.
Yeah.
She was that. So I feel like there was something happened over there with vocal training.
I definitely think so because unfortunately I didn't get to see the recent tour for their latest album, but I've seen clips here and there, and the vocals are better than they've ever been.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
So that's a great thing to see. It's great to see an artist showing awareness, taking care of their voice. Love it.
And also, I like how she like manages her career because I mean, I appreciate artists that just like put out music all the time, all the time, all the time, tour all the time, all the time. But she's kind of like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
break for a year, and then I'm
Right,
gonna
right,
do
right.
this, another sweep, and then I'm gonna
Mhm.
go on the break. So it's really nice to take care of yourself, and that's probably what preserves her voice and is making it better and better.
I
Um,
definitely think that's part of it for sure.
yeah. Have you been to Wacken Festival?
Unfortunately not. I'd love to. I'd love to. I've been to Sick New World
Uh-huh.
and in Las Vegas. They had a couple big festivals for a couple of years. Unfortunately, the one that was announced for this year got cancelled.
Why?
Um, Probably poor ticket sales is the only reason I can come up with. But
Mm-hmm.
the last year was apparently sold out. I had an amazing time, saw a lot of really great bands.
Did you bring your
So
fiance with you?
no, he didn't come. Um, he decided to take a rain check just for that one trip. But I did have another friend who is much more of a metal fan that he actually asked me to go, so I went with him.
Okay, we're going to shows together from now on. You do understand that, right? You
100%.
you
100%.
understand that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And oh, have you been to? I really want to go to what is it? 33,000 tons of metal. The cruise, the metal
Yeah, yeah,
cruise.
yeah. The 70,000 tons of metal cruise.
70, whatever.
Mm,
That would be really cool to do as well.
that would be awesome.
Uh-huh. So we're gonna play a game. I always
Hmm
play the game at the end of the interview with everybody who I interview.
Okay.
Name five bands that are your favorite, like top five bands. It has to be a band, not a singer, a band.
Okay. Okay. Nightwish, Epica, Evanescence, Dream Theater. And actually, the fifth one is the toughest because I love so many bands. But if I had to pick, I think I would probably go with Seventh Wonder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the game, this is going to be really hard. So you have to
Mm,
focus.
okay. Okay.
You have five bands, right? Now create an ultimate ultra band, but you can pick, you can pick only one member from each band. Oh
Mm,
my God, that's going to be so hard between Nightwish Epic and Evanescence to pick a singer.
it
I don't envy you
is.
right now.
It is. Ooh, that's a really good question. So I would probably go with Amy as the lead singer. Amy from Evanescence as the lead singer. So I guess if there's four more members, we're talking a guitarist, a drummer, a bassist, right? And maybe a
Mhm.
keyboardist.
Uh, either one. You can be.
Okay,
It could be a
okay,
keyboard. Or it could be a second guitar.
okay.
You just can't repeat
Right,
the
right.
bands.
Ooh, okay. So I'll go with Mike Portnoy as the drummer from Dream Theater,
Of course.
and I'll go with Isaac as the guitarist from Epica.
Uh-huh.
Then we have Nightwish. I mean, Tumas, right? I'll take
Keys.
Tumas from Nightwish, writing the
Mm-hmm.
songs or helping to write the songs. And who's the other band? Oh, Seventh Wonder. Damn. Now I'm
We,
confused.
we we have drums, we have guitar, we have
Yeah,
keys. We need
right, right,
bassist.
right.
So I guess you'll have to get a bassist from the Seventh Wonder.
Mm.
Or you want to change something?
No, I'll take the bassist from Seventh Wonder. I'm a little embarrassed that I can't remember his name, but he is actually an insane bassist, like out of this world. So I'm happy with that.
All
Yeah.
right. For
Mhm.
some reason, I was absolutely sure that you would pick Amy as the lead singer.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's
It's
just
well, it's also because none of the other members in Evanescence are stand out to me particularly for being super
Mhm.
involved as her. So she's the obvious pick from that band, I guess. Yeah.
I see. Okay, okay, okay. I was always wondering why she never performed at Walk-In.
Did she never?
Because
Hmm.
like I
I
also feel like she never gets like I mean she is in a massively famous band. She's a massively famous singer all over the world. Like she does headline festivals and stuff like this.
hmm,
But I feel like as far as like I don't want to say underground metal community because we're not really underground, but like the community that listens to like metal, the elite metal,
right.
she doesn't really get that much recognition. Everybody knows her, everybody loves her, but she doesn't really get that much recognition from them. And I don't know why, because I think that voice could be recognized from any noise,
Right.
So I
Right.
was always wondering why she was never invited to the walk. And I was wondering if you had any guesses, but it was always a mystery to me.
I think um it's weird because I've heard a lot of people and even the Wikipedia page would describe them more as alternative rock. And maybe it's because they don't do a lot of guitar solos, they don't go as fast as groups like Metallica or Dragon Force. It is sort of a mid-tempo. You could describe it as rock. I personally wouldn't because it's so heavy.
No, I think it's metal.
It sounds like metal to me. So I don't know. Especially since bands like Within Temptation are very close to that sound now, and they would perform those festivals. So
And the Warning performed at Wacken, and the Warning has nothing
right.
to do with metal. I mean, the Warning is
Okay, yeah,
great, but they're
exactly.
straight up rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
always
don't know.
wondering. Hmm.
It's an
I guess
injustice.
it is an injustice. That would be
Mhm.
so awesome.
Yeah.
And like she would be, I feel like she would be one of the main attractions too, because everyone loves her. She just kind of like I know people I think Wikipedia says she's like new metal. but I
Right.
wouldn't call her new metal either. Maybe some
Hmm.
songs a little bit. I feel like she's like on the verge of like kind of pushing into symphonic metal sometimes as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Hmm.
it's very, she's kind of like we can we can put her as like a maybe like more of a commercial symphonic metal.
Right.
So
Maybe.
something more not, and I don't like that commercial or mainstream has like a negative meaning to it
Hmm. Hmm.
because it's not. You know, there's
Right.
fantastic mainstream music, there's fantastic commercial music out there
Hmm.
sometimes, but she's kind of like a more mainstream symphonic as opposed to
Yeah.
like, you
Hmm.
know, listening to Nightwish and some songs are like 14 minutes.
Right, right, totally. Yeah, the songs are usually a reasonable length, maybe 4 or 5 minutes max, and their
Yeah,
vocal.
very radio
Yeah,
friendly, very yeah, not too much screaming, almost no screaming at all. So,
right, right.
all right. So, these are all questions that I have.
Okay,
And okay, so this is let's roll red carpet for you. Tell us any kind of anything that we need to be watching out from you, anything from your band, anything from your channel, any kind of plans, anything that you want people to know.
sure. So I guess I'll reward whoever's watching this with a little bit of news that I haven't announced
Woo!
yet regarding my music.
You heard it here
So
first.
yeah, like I said, um, when I studied in Dublin, I was in that band and we recorded an EP. So I've actually managed to find that EP and we've touched it up a little bit, given it a little bit of a remix. So we are going to put that out again, a re-release.
Woohoo! I'm so excited to listen to
Mm.
this. Like, it's so awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounds great. We're really happy with it. It is more of a like a rough demo type situation because it's really just some kids who are playing around and it's not perfect, but it still has a certain charm that I'm quite proud of.
Hmm.
And also I have three new songs recorded for as like new songs that I'm gonna put out hopefully soon after that. So I have a lot coming in terms of music and in terms of my channel, check out my channel. Hopefully you like my vibe, my style. I do some album reviews, typical reactions, all that kind of stuff. So marathons, yeah, check me out and thanks for watching, I guess.
Yay! Thank you so much for taking time and chatting with me on this lovely snowy Saturday.
Yeah.
But oh my God, I'm so happy that you're in New York. We definitely should, you know, stay in
Yeah,
touch and because
absolutely.
I try to go to shows as much as possible too, and I don't have any tickets yet to anything. I have tickets to Linkin Park because my girlfriend is obsessed with
Okay.
the girl. I forgot her name, but yeah,
Yeah.
she loves Linkin Park. It's like from her childhood and stuff like that. So I'm definitely
Great,
gonna be
great.
at Linkin Park. But yeah, let's definitely stay in touch and maybe you know
We
see
can
each
let
other
each
at
other
shows.
know about a certain shows that we might miss and stuff. So,
That is very true too.
yeah.
And let's drag our significant others to the dark side.
Yes.
We're gonna exchange secrets and tips and advices on how to drag them to the dark side.
Hmm. Hmm. 100%.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you so much. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking with you and thank you so much for having me. I'm honored. Thanks for thinking of me. And it's been great chatting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay, take care. Have a good one.